Hello and welcome to another episode of Joe Sent Me. My name is Joe and I am your host for today. Today is a very special episode because I'm going to be focusing on just one perfume line, and that is the House of Matriarch. The House of Matriarch is a natural perfume line based in Seattle, Washington that was founded by Christy Meschel in 2009. So they've been making fragrances for about 8 years. The premise of these fragrances, of all the fragrances they've come out with, and so far they're already at 44 fragrances in this perfume house. The premise is that everything is natural, comes from Mother Earth. Therefore, Mother Earth is the matriarch of all of these ingredients that we use here, which is a very clever name, by the way, and I got a chance to experience a few fragrances from this company. All I have to say is, wow, this is an amazing company. The quality of the fragrance oils, the quality of the fragrances is outstanding, and it's worth every penny because it is not cheap, but it's worth every penny, and I believe you get what you pay for, especially in this world. This is one of those perfume lines that is very much a very special niche perfume line, well worth the money. So which three did I take home to try? I took home Devotion. I took home Blackbird. Blackbird is now known as Black number 1. And I also took Coco Blanc. So I want to tell you just a little bit about each one of those and give you my impressions on my experience with them. All three of these fragrances, by the way, that I mentioned are unisex. A bunch of her fragrances are unisex. Some are specific for men, some are specific for women, but a bunch from this line specifically that I tried out, which is their high perfumery line, a bunch from this line is unisex. I received what looked like a dinner menu with all their fragrances listed here. So it looks just like a dinner menu. And an explanation, just a brief explanation of what to expect from each fragrance. And I love it because I saw some things here that I didn't get a chance to try out that I really hope, if you do get to watch this and you see the video, I really hope that I'll be able to try a few that I'm about to mention right now that I haven't tried. Like, for example, Sex Magic. Hello. The name says it all. I definitely want to try Sex Magic. And Forbidden, that one definitely, it looks interesting. Even though I'm not a floral person, I am interested in seeing what about it makes it special. So I'm kind of interested in that. Orca, definitely, because I saw this is an amber-based fragrance, and I love amber fragrances. I love woody, I like sweet, I like oriental. Definitely I want to try Orca. And then Madrona, that's big on my list here because that's an aromatic one, and I'm very interested in aromatic stuff as well. Sex Magic, Orca, and Madrona, definitely interested in those three for sure. So if you're watching, I'd love to try those. Anyway, let's talk about the three that I did get, because that's why you're here right now watching this video. On day one, I tried out this one right here, which is Devotion. And this is, first of all, a beautiful presentation. Their bottle, this is a 15 milliliter bottle, and it is beautiful. I like the copper top, the copper labeling, also the cobalt blue in the bottle. And there's something to be said about the color of the bottle as well, because I believe that usually when I see blue bottles like this, it kind of reminds me of old medicine bottles. And the reason why they were colored glass like this is to protect the medicine from possibly getting rancid. And this is Devotion, and I could smell it through the bottle right now. And this is their frankincense and myrrh fragrance. And for those of you that maybe are religious, or maybe you're a Christian, you would know in the story of Jesus' birth that these were two of the major gifts that Jesus received, along with gold. Unfortunately, gold does not really have a smell. So frankincense and myrrh, however, did, and they are very precious ingredients. And when I wear it, I can't help to think that this is what Christmas smelled like on day one. The frankincense, the myrrh, it feels like you're right there in Bethlehem at the birthplace. It is just amazing. It just smells beautiful. And then to make it really nice, there's an element of vanilla in the dry down to sweeten things out. So what a wonderful fragrance is Devotion. Definitely recommend it. I have a coworker specifically who loves frankincense and myrrh, and when I told her that I was getting a fragrance with frankincense and myrrh, her eyes lit up, and of course I'm pretty sure she loved this fragrance, as did I. And it lasted quite a bit. I think it lasted quite a bit. I did give myself a few spritz on the wrist, on the neck, a little bit in the back as well, and then on the chest area as well, on the chest hairs. I went a little more liberal. The reason why is because I wanted that smell to come back and just hit me again. On day 2, I wore Coco Blanc. Mentally, I'm thinking to myself, Coco Blanc is gotta be white cocoa, maybe white chocolate? And it is exactly that. It is a white chocolate, vanilla, gourmand fragrance. And it is not this over-the-top sweet and annoyingly sweet like your typical $15 El Cheapos at Walmart. We're talking about white chocolate that makes it feel extremely warm and just this sexiness of chocolate, and then the vanilla. So I'm telling you, for me, this was sex magic for me because it was extremely sexy. This is a great men and women fragrance. Women will love it on men, men will love it on women. It is just a fantastic fragrance. I can't say it enough. Coco Blanc is unbelievable. It is just this beautiful gourmand, this sweet, but not over the top sweet. It just was wonderful. So I encourage you to definitely check that one out as well. Finally, I tried Blackbird. Blackbird is now called Black No. 1. Now Blackbird is their more leather fragrance, and I'm not typically the kind of person that leans towards leather fragrances, especially because a lot of the leather fragrances out there are very synthetic smelling. This was one of the few leather fragrances that I actually thought smelled very authentic, very good. But even though this wasn't my favorite of the 3, I seem to like the dry down the most in this, more than the initial burst at the beginning. The dry down, when it settles on you, is definitely a manly fragrance. And I definitely recommend it if you're looking for that leathery, that very nice, sexy, that kind of fragrance. If you're looking for that kind of a fragrance, this is definitely that fragrance. And that pretty much sums up my entire experience with Matriarch, the House of Matriarch. If you're interested in their fragrances, you can check them out in the link below. I will provide a link below. They also have Instagram, and make sure you follow them on Instagram. They have an awesome website as well, so you please do check that out. You can purchase these fragrances directly on their website, or you can go to Nordstrom. Some Nordstroms do sell it. This is not the kind of fragrance that's just sold everywhere, so you do have to do your homework and search for it. And if you are privileged enough to go to a Nordstrom that has them, I definitely recommend that you smell them first, try them first, and definitely, you know, make your decision after it's been on your body and you get along with it, because if you don't, it's a $330 investment. So please make sure you check it out before you buy it. But it is definitely a very nice fragrance line. I'm so excited to have had the opportunity to try it. I want to thank you. The folks at the House of Matriarch have been very wonderful to me, and I really, really appreciate their generosity in sending me these samples to try out, and I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with others. Maybe there's people that have not heard of Matriarch. Share this video with them, please. And don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any questions or if you want to hear any more things from me. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.